Hey everybody, welcome. It is the Joyminder Leaders League. Look at all these leaders here. I'm so excited. And yes, lead with Leanne in a sweatshirt because that's authentically who I am. And that's how I'm showing up today. I promise if you put me on stage, I will not show up in a sweatshirt. But it is a cool Monday morning in Minnesota after almost 70 degrees yesterday, which is crazy for the beginning of March. And I want to wear a sweatshirt. So guess what? That's one of the benefits of being a leader. You do kind of get to do who and what you want to do. And Lisa, I want to thank you for encouraging me to just be who I authentically am and embrace that because you all, I don't think anybody here is going to not be here because I wore a sweatshirt. And I love you all for it. And like Lisa said, if there's somebody here who would judge me for that, then they're probably not my people anyway. I'm going to give a quick update on just life. I was hacked 100% out of my Facebook account over the weekend. I woke up Saturday morning to find that I had changed my Facebook password 4 hours earlier in the middle of the night. I started getting some, I started trying to reverse it. I am meta verified, which means I should be able to reverse this. But over the weekend, no progress was really made. At one point, they asked me for a new email address. I gave it, but the other hacker sent me a message to the new email address, which I didn't realize was the hacker. And then they kicked me off of that again. So it's been a real ride. Today, apparently, I posted that Vietnam is #1. I can guarantee I did not do that, and that is the language that my hacker speaks. So anybody feeling free to report my profile, go ahead. I would hate to lose my profile after all that I've done and I have 2.7 thousand followers just on my own personal profile. I have several groups with thousands of followers in all of those. I'd hate to start from scratch, but I also don't want this hacker to keep using my name to post stuff that I have no control over. So it's been a bit of an emotional weekend for that reason. That said, it's given me an opportunity to consider, is Facebook really where I need to be for the type of business that I am? So here's my challenge to you leaders, because we're all in different areas. Now, Steve and Stephen and Lisa, I know for sure we are all focused very much on businesses and in serving businesses. But like we've talked with Diana has mentioned that she would really like to be working more with nonprofit businesses. And so we all have different people that we want to work with. And so maybe Facebook isn't necessarily where I need to be. So I did a search, what are other social media? And of course, there's a lot of other social medias out there. When I got the top 10 list of the growing social medias, most of them I'd never heard of. It's not just Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. There's a lot of other things out there. Ones that are politically based, ones that are, Pinterest is still out there. Pinterest is still a thing. Of course, I'm looking for something that has groups where I can collect and gather and communicate with a group. Well, for me, business, LinkedIn does that. And so does Alignable. And Alignable only has 8 million people using it. Of course, LinkedIn has 800 million people using it. And I realized, you know what? I get it that there's 3 billion people on Facebook, but I can't serve all those people anyway. And 8 million and 800 million might be enough. So, I have a lot of peace over however this resolves. I don't want to lose my Facebook account. Don't get me wrong. But I do have a lot of peace over it. And I thank God for that, really. I did not spend the weekend weeping and gnashing my teeth. I did, however, spend it creating a lot of websites, and I'd love to share some updates. But before I do, let's go around. Does anybody have anything extra special, happy, ideally, win that they want to share briefly, right here at the beginning?
I do.
Yay, go for
And
it.
I think Steven does too, because I saw him smiling over there.
Mhm.
I actually did a 5 hour digital class. I paid money to do it thinking, oh, they're going to teach me something that I don't already know. Not that I know everything about digital marketing, because I certainly don't, but I was looking specifically for help with refining funnels, because I have great landing pages, email campaigns, but my funnel, is not converting. And so I was looking for some help on conversion, and I spent some money on it. And I got there. I'm going through the show. It's 5 hours. They did it 2 hours, then did the break. And after the first 2 hours, I could feel my temperature rising a little bit. And I'm thinking, this isn't going how I expected. This is a lot of basic stuff. I actually walk my coach and clients through this. And we get into the second half of it, still moving a little bit slower. And it's not all lost, because there is going to be a one-to-one opportunity. They're going to look specifically at my stuff. So I will glean that. But what happened is I transformed from being upset to being LeAnn. LeAnn always finds the good. I do too, but LeAnn has a way of showing up in rooms where she lets people know crystal clear what she does. I am a secret agent. Most of the people in my networking groups don't even know what I do. They don't know that I have NowSite. They seek digital attention and other places. And then I go, wait a minute, why didn't you come to me? Because I don't let them know. And so I chose to I opened up NowSite and I just started, they were talking about landing pages. I dropped landing pages. Somebody would ask a question. I go, here's a sample of mine. And they asked about lead magnets. Here's my ebook. Here's my ebook. Here's my ebook. I have 5 of them. Here's my email course. Here's the link to it if you'd like to sign up. And I just started putting that stuff in there. Well, I ended up signing, this was Saturday. I ended up signing up one person yesterday who is already referred me to somebody else that we'll be meeting with. She on the fly, I decided that my coaching prices are $250 for 5 hours, and they are only good for 30 days. If you don't use those 5 hours and get your stuff done in those 5 hours, you can start over next month. And then I have 6 other people who asked to meet with me to look at NowSite and review it. And I have one other appointment already scheduled for this afternoon. So don't be a secret agent. That's the moral of the story. Don't be a secret agent. People need this. This gal texted me last night. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I love this. Why didn't you tell me about it before? So you're going to get in trouble if you don't tell people. So just tell people.
Absolutely. Way to go, Lisa. Congratulations. And I'm flattered. I'm flattered.
Congratulations. That's nice.
So on my screens, Lisa's to one side and Steven's right beneath me. So Steven, what's your news?
Well, I went through a workshop. It was a 3-day workshop, like 12-hour days. And is Live Your Message Live by Marisa. And I forgot her last name again. Anyways, I want to echo what LeAnn was just saying. That one of the part of the clarity that I got this weekend is at my phase of business, which is kind of still the launch phase, because I'm still working on gaining my first core clients. I really don't need to be on all social media platforms. I need to be where my primary clients are, and that's LinkedIn alignable. So my focus, again, follow one course until successful. My focus is going to be on those business platforms where I'm looking for business owners. So that was super helpful. I took a ton of notes. I think they provide this great workbook where you can take notes, and I got a bunch of stuff to digest and review my notes. But it was a great workshop, and I'd love to share more at another time.
Cool. And Steven, when are you doing your million cups?
That's this week on the 6th. It's
Okay.
Wednesday. 1 million cups. I'm presenting my business there.
Cool. Well, congratulations. I had a chance to review that with him. Thank you for letting me do that. That was super fun. So I look forward to it. It's not something that we can jump on live. So we'll have to see the recording, or I'm sure he'll share the recording with us when we're done. I am putting a link into the challenge, into the chat for everybody here. There's a fearless video challenge happening. Ray Higdon sponsored this. It's not Ray Higdon presenting it. It's somebody else who's an expert. And I signed up for it. I kind of expect it'll be a little bit like what Lisa and Steven just talked about, that there's probably a lot of the stuff that I know, but you can do it anyway, glean what you glean. The challenge is free, the recordings are not, the usual thing, right? So I put, and then they have a kind of a fun, like a competition. So this link actually, if you choose to look at this will give me, I think if you even click on it, even if you don't join, I think I get some points. So feel free to click the link. But that starts today at noon. I believe it's a daily thing for an hour a day type of a thing. Anyway, choose it if you want to. I see Dr. Brian's hand is up.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I was a guest on 2 different podcasts for leadership training last week. I'm going to be a guest on one next week. And through that, people have asked about Now Site and how I'm staying connected on LinkedIn or attracting clients. And so I did a quick little Loom video and just
Yay.
walked them through how I'm doing posting and commenting, and hopefully I'll have some signups and then also some leadership training.
Well, wonderful. Congratulations on that. Yay. I was also interviewed and on a podcast last week, and it was a very interesting thing. I've documented what they put me through. I've been comparing it to my process of being doing a podcast. So now I'm working through that with my VAs. What am I going to keep? What am I not going to? They sent out a link after the interview, which again, is kind of like here's your to-do list. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to carefully watch how many boxes does LeAnn check before they decide to put my actual podcast out. Like they're not going to do it for free, right? I have to follow them. I have to comment. I have to like, I have to download. I have to do certain things to earn. They didn't say this, they didn't say this. I think if the podcast was just so brilliant that they had to put it out there, they would do it anyway. But, they definitely are asking me to engage and help promote them. And they should. Are we all
Did
in agreement with
they
that?
did put a checklist of what they would love for you to do?
Yeah.
They sent that after the
They did.
podcast?
Yeah, and I can actually share that with you if you'd like. So let me switch over. So, related to that, oh, and then I was on it's international, it's Women's Month, as you may know. Win Women that Lisa and Charla and I have shows on. They're doing an event. It's a 10-day event. Dr. Brian, do you still need your hand up, or is it another thing you want to say? Otherwise, you can lower it. So Win Women has a 10-day event where 2 hours a day, they have several of us, a show host popping in and talking. And so yesterday I did a talk on using AI for creativity in business. And it went really well. Anne, by the way, Charla mentioned that she's going to be on Anne's show today. Anne was one of the other speakers and she did a great job. And so before it, I quick decided again that I'm going to revamp my Restart Your Business Summit. So this should be popping up here. Let me know if you can see it. So I revamped this. It's, starting with what I'm all about. 41% dream of owning their own business, yet only 9% of Americans are self-employed. If you have a dream, let's make it real. I have not determined a date for this yet, but I'm letting you all know about this because you can still pre-order a ticket. If anybody wants to look through this and make any comments on typos or errors, or I missed, changing it to 2024, that would be great. I did add in this section, on where are you on your business journey. The form is much nicer than when I did this 3 years ago. So I really do like how the form popped up. Charla, are you the one who's like, make the font bigger? So I did, and, made it really easy to read. These are actually testimonials from the last time I did it. So I put a couple of testimonials are on here. And then if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, do you have a passion for helping business owners? If you have a story to share, let us know. and hoping that if we click this button, it will go over here. And I do have a speaker interest page available now. So if you would like to consider being a speaker, I have a speaker application over here, and that process is running. I also have follow-up pages for both of them. So it took me a
The
little
speaker
while.
being a guest on your show, or is that
No, this
something
is on the
else?
summit. This will be on a
Oh.
summit. So, so I have a free ticket page and a thank you page. I have a speaker interest page and then a speaker thank you page, which actually also shows, I'm just showing you what I've put together here. So if a speaker is interested, they submit the form, then they come over to this page, you know, asking them to please join the Facebook group, which is still out there. I actually think I could open that actually. I'm afraid to try though. And then please invite guests to get a free ticket. Scroll down to see the assets from a previous summit. I have to watch these videos. Look at this little child. This is only 3 years ago, guys. I'm scared. But just all the stuff that was that I did for this event 3 years ago. So time to revamp it, sample only. So I showed them the type of assets that I put together last time that speakers will get access to if they choose to be part of that this time. So I think did I put the link in the chat already? I don't know. Here we go, chat. Here you go. So if anybody would like to sign up for a ticket or share this summit with somebody who needs to be part of it and or you want to get to the speaker page, go to that link I just put in the chat, which is restart your business summit 2024.now.site. I do put dashes between all my words because that's who I am. Let's see. And then we're going to talk about RoboForm. But before I do, is there any other wins or anything else that anybody wants to share or update?
Well, I'll just say I had an incredible, oh, sorry, I interrupted,
That's okay.
but I've got to jump off. So I had an incredible Win-Win Women International Women's Day event in my home on Friday night, and it just turned out beyond my expectations. There was about 22 of us, I think, here.
Wonderful.
And they had personalized workbooks. It was really, really fun. And I'm excited about that. And I'm going to be a guest on a show in about 40 minutes, and I'm going to have to jump off shortly.
Okay. Thank you. Steve Patterson, I heard your voice.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I know we talked about this on Friday, but I thought I'd bring it up again because I think it's worth it. But I'd like to congratulate Stephen again on being the local business of the year for Alignable in his district.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yep, 2 years in a row, and also myself 2 years in a row in my town as well.
Awesome.
So,
Yes.
That's amazing.
So
I gotta go. I'm getting on
Congratulations.
Alignable next.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it's just like that decision, like, you can use NowSite, use the business focus type posts that we can create for LinkedIn, use them in Alignable, figure out how to do that.
yeah,
You can
I'm gonna
create
I've actually composed it. I've got to edit it a little bit more, but I'm gonna send a thank you note out today on Alignable to all those folks who voted for me. Recognize because it goes out to everybody in your
Yeah.
district. And then also on LinkedIn. I'm gonna post it on LinkedIn as well.
Beautiful.
Okay. Good job. And maybe we should do that. Anybody
They
up
give,
for
they give you a seal to use
Mhm.
that you can, they put it in your Alignable account that you can use, that you're allowed to use to publicize that.
I might have one too. I just haven't checked.
Wow.
From a previous year. But that's an idea. Who would like an Alignable training next week? Anybody? Any
Yeah.
volunteers to teach it?
Oh, I'm in to listen. I'll set up an account before then if we do it.
Yeah,
I
that
would love to get trained on that.
yeah.
Steven, would you
I
be
think between
willing
Stephen and
to?
I think we could probably put something together and do that. You walk you through it. Yeah.
Boom, next week, Alignable training. We will do it.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Do we need to have an account set up beforehand?
You should go ahead and you start one. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
And are there credits if we send an invitation? Is there any benefit to us for send an invitation. So
Yeah.
just go to alignable.com
Yeah.
and set it up.
The one
Excellent.
thing the one thing that's the Alignable does that LinkedIn doesn't do, and we'll talk about that. I think this is a real advantage, is that they allow you to make direct contact with people without having Navigator.
Oh, that's nice.
So, you know, they also suggest people based on your profile who you may want to connect with.
Okay.
Which LinkedIn does, but it's like it's really these are people that are actually local. So, so if you don't have a premium account on Alignable, you can only talk to those people in your zip code.
Oh,
So it's extremely local. So if your business is really local, not global, Alignable is really a good tool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's one reason I haven't done it, but you can make it more global. You can have a bigger reach for sure. And so on LinkedIn, I mean, you saying on Alignable, you can get people's direct phone numbers, direct emails, things like that, or no?
They allow you to connect directly without having to have Navigator. I mean, there's no wall.
I mean,
You-
I don't have Navigator, and I can send a message to anybody on LinkedIn.
Yeah, but it's different. I guess we'll have to show you because you can
Yeah.
also Zoom with them. You can do all kinds of things with them
Okay.
directly.
Yeah, and there is another thing that we will be able to use on LinkedIn. It's coming out. I'm talking with a gentleman who's created it. It's actually a really cool platform, but I don't have information or permission to share more than it's pretty cool, and it kind of acts like Navigator, but it seems like it may be a free tool. So I'll give you more information when I know more about that. Anybody else, or
what
are
is
we good to switch
Navigator?
over and talk about VAs?
What is Navigator?
It's a premium version, like $80 a month for LinkedIn. Good question. Oh, before we go on to VAs and stuff like that, Steve, was there anything, Steve, that from Now Club last weekend? I remember, or last Friday, I
Oh,
remember Justin said he thought it was the best Now Club ever.
just that, I mean, they went more in depth on some of the things that are going to be happening for Now Club people. And also he went into and talked about the CRM. Yeah, they talked about that a little bit more too.
Right. Yeah. So that was the big news on Thursday. If you missed it, go watch the replay. I did not watch the whole thing because I had another obligation. But I heard that it was very sentimental and some people got a little teary. So I do look forward to that. Tom Chenault shared just deeply from his heart what it meant to be part of NowSite. So I think there's probably some really good stuff in there. And that should be rolling out this week in NowSite. So as you see it, of course, you'll want to also educate your people on it. I've been inviting a lot of people to, watch the replay. I put the replay in the Leaders League Telegram chat. So remember that is there. You can get the link from there and share it with people. I think it might be a Facebook link, but I'm so suffering that way. All right, let's talk about VAs then. I'm going to switch over. So I have a program, and this is a trusted tool on the Joyminder website, and I've been using it. It's called RoboForm. Now, Lisa has signed up. Thank you for using my link, Lisa, for RoboForm, and she is not signed up for the business platform. She's actually using a free platform. I'm going to share it right now. And so my business platform, let me know when you can see this. Are you visible now?
Yes.
Okay. Business platform allows me to create user groups and groups like this. But Lisa's platform doesn't have this one section. However, if we go into files, she does have that, I have that. And it just went and, got all my different links and passwords, and it stores it all in here. What's great is that Hannah and Mila, I can define who gets to see what access in here. And by creating groups. I think I'm switching screens here. Here we go. So, and then in here, I'm able to, create a group, create a folder. These are groups that I've created. I can decide who gets to see them if I go to email. So I can change passwords on these and it doesn't, and they never know that I changed a password or what the password was, but they can access, this is how they were marketing. I'm not sure why it's not showing, but, oh, I'm in safe notes for some reason. I don't even know why. So we're over here. Now, Lisa did try to share. So she created a shared folder and sent it over to me, and it is here. It's in my account now. So the free version allowed her to do this. We're going to do this live. Is that okay, Lisa?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So so she's decided that these are the things that she wants her VAs or her people to be able to access. I'm going to jump into your Facebook right now. Just kidding. No, I won't do that to you.
There's not much in Canva, so go for it if you want to do Canva.
So let's go to Canva. And by the way, just so you know, you do not share your private, your personal Facebook group to VAs, because if it gets opened up overseas, it's not good. Share it by all means, make them admins or whatever you want to do on your groups, or give them whatever rights. Lisa, there's a particular right that you said that you share with your people.
Moderator, not admin. Don't share admin. Admin gives up full accessibility. They can kick you out of your group, but you can make anybody a moderator, and they can allow people in and out, but they can't change passwords. They cannot remove you, and you still maintain control. So you never want to give up admin.
Yeah, I did give admin to my VA, thankfully, because now she can kick me out of those pages, and that would be kicking my hacker out of those pages. So maybe we can maintain some sort of maybe we'll be able to figure it out. If I have to create a
Maintain
new
group.
password, I might be able to rejoin the group and she can make me admin. So we may be able to do a workaround there if we have to. Now I can click on this, but it's not really doing anything. So I can see this. I don't really know how to, I'm not really.
I think if you open up Canva, if you go to
Let's try
canva.com,
that.
just how you'd normally log into yours,
Yeah.
or any of those, you'll have to log out of yours, and then you'll have to pick which password you want to use to access that website, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, good job. Sometimes talking and chewing gum does not work well. Okay.
And I will say I've used LastPass for 20 years, and I'm probably switching. So just an FYI, this makes it a lot easier if you're going to use VAs to share your passwords. LastPass, I spent 3 hours on the phone with them on Friday and still didn't get it done, and just kind of said, I'm done. I retire.
So in this case, I want to log in, and RoboForm is not helping me yet. It just might be slow. Oops, here it is.
Yep.
So that might be my Canva though, but we'll see, because I have Canva. Yeah, see it's showing my password
I
there.
think you have to go to home for Robo. Yep. Go to the home to pick a different one, I'm hoping.
Oh, there you go. See, multiple eyes. I've been using this for almost a year and I've not even ever seen what we're looking at right here.
And then the sharing center is on the far left towards the bottom. It'll probably be in the sharing center, not just in your logins.
There we go. Look at you. I've never even seen it from this point of view before. Lisa, this
and then
is
pick Canva. Yeah.
Canva. Oh, this is beautiful.
Login.
This is better than I thought it was. Okay. So
It's kind of in a circle here. Hopefully it'll get there. Let's do it. No, it's still not there. 2 more accounts, it says, scroll on the bottom of underneath those 2. Does it show those?
no,
Nope.
those are, so that's
Crap.
sign into Canva with Google. I don't have to do it that way though. I
No.
could just log in.
Click and log in. Yep. We need to get that Robo
Continue with
get the
email.
login. Another way, actually, I think, because you don't have my email.
Well, oh, it wouldn't even show
Yep,
your
you got to
email
go
email?
back. Yeah, yep. See,
Okay.
we're caught in a circle here.
Got it. Okay, let's try that.
I
Continue
think we
another
have to say
way.
another way. And we want to use Robo. I've never logged into anything with Robo, so I'm not sure how we're supposed to get there with this. It doesn't give you Robo as a choice.
No, but that's why I was thinking, I mean, you're still using an email address. It's your
So go
email
ahead and try
address.
it. You could try to type it in and see. It's not, my email address is not a secret. Yeah, it's Lisa Mosby
Yeah.
at Gmail. I think that's what it is for this one. Lisa Mosby, Mosbey at Gmail.
Okay. Now let's see. So
Still doesn't show it.
yeah, it wants to change it to my email address.
So continue with Lisa Mosby, and then we'll see if the
Oh,
it'll
yeah,
go on
that's
the
a good
path.
idea. Great idea.
And hopefully the little robo guy will show up for the password, and then we can
So
pick the
what's our
password.
leadership lesson here? It's okay to not know everything.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, so once you enter the code we sent to Lisa Mosby at gmail.com, you'll be logged in. So that could be, and that might be in part because literally she just signed me up. Now, would I have to do this every single time? Maybe, maybe not. So Lisa, if you want to type that into the chat so we don't, or you can type it privately into the chat if you want to. I don't know how much you want to worry about
It only
that.
works one time, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
that's
but
true.
I did
Yeah.
put it in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. And now I showed it anywhere. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so now let's see. I am apparently
Trying.
logged into Lisa's account. I'm guessing.
So Lisa, in this particular
Yep.
case, and she's logging into your Canva account, that means she has full access to any of your projects in Canva that to work on.
Yep, and she can create new videos. So I want my VA to be able to create videos or reels, and she creates them in here. She takes my podcast, converts them to a number of reels, and then we'll help push it out to social media. But I don't want to give anyone my passwords, not even one of
Absolutely.
them.
Sure,
So
sure.
I was trying to figure out a solution for that, and this is what we came up with.
Yeah.
And this gives
So
them a password, but yet I think I heard LeAnn say that you can change it at any time and they don't know the password is changed, but how then would they get back into the
You'd
account?
still have to make the handshake. When they click on it next time, if I had changed the password, it would it would send me a notification and ask for that 6-digit code. I would put that in there, and then it would allow them to go in from that point on with that new password.
Thank
and
you.
so how this works a little differently for me probably because I did sign up for the for business version. So I have a login to RoboForm and they each have logins to RoboForm. Now again, Lisa and I have the same situation, but they can only see I just don't know what the difference is honestly, but I don't think there has never had to be that handshake, that's sending a code. I've never had to do that with my people. I have basically I have 3 RoboForm accounts that I've paid for. So each of my VAs have their own RoboForm login. A paid login so that we all have access to do everything. And like I said, I haven't even gone through, hey, I'm sure there's videos that talk about like how to actually do all this stuff. And I haven't even done it, but I have been happy with the system. It seems to be pretty smooth. I found it easier to use than LastPass. And Lisa said she's going to switch over from LastPass to this most likely. So
The difference, LeAnn, is the business one. You know, I'm in the free one. I'll probably upgrade to a premium one, but maybe not the business one. The business one, you're paying per license. So because you're actually giving a license to your VAs, you're paying a monthly fee for each of those. And for me, I don't need them to have a license. I just need to have the shared file. So I will have the only license. I will have a shared file for the VAs, and they can log into the shared file with a free account, open up and access the handful of websites I want them to be able to get to, so they don't have to pay for anything on their end. And I'm not paying for those licenses either.
Yeah. And for some reason, I did start out that way. And then when I described what I wanted to do, they said, oh, you can't do that. So that's how I ended up with 3 licenses. But if this truly works out the way Lisa wants it to, and then my subscription expires coming up. So I might also do what Lisa's done and actually change down to a premium. So anyway, these are the options if you're interested in using the system. I do have it available on JoyMinder website. One other quick win over the weekend. JoyMinder without the dash.com is now officially in my GoDaddy accounts. Boom. So
Wow.
I was able to move it over out of this random one that it got put into when I got it last September. It's now in GoDaddy. I can create emails. I can do forwarding. Everything is all set up, and that's really lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, and then one other thing I was going to share related with working with VAs is my Trello account. So I've really gotten into this whole project management thing with my Trello account. And I keep making little tweaks and little changes, but it's getting really close to a system that I feel is very shareable, and I am starting to share it with some people that are paying me for it. Thank you. You know, the concept of being paid for what we know and do. So here is my JoyMinder team tasks board. So this is one of my project management boards that I do. I have an upcoming events list. These are all lists, just so you understand Trello. So I have LeAnn's tasks. They all have this little green marker on them. And these are the things I'm supposed to go through every single day. So the top one says post on personal Facebook page 3 times a day. Well, that's not going to happen. But if I were to, I'd move it to in progress. And then when I'm done, I would move it to done. I guess I'm done for the day because I can't do that. And likewise, Mila has tasks, Hannah has tasks, and as they do their things, they move them to in progress. So I can see that Mila is working on these 2 things. She watches my YouTube videos and has them playing in the background. That doesn't hurt in terms of my getting more views and more watches, right? She's also checking on projects and upcoming events right now. So that's a reminder to her to go to projects right here. Well, to the upcoming events list, which is to the far left, and also to the projects list right here, where I have some high priority things that she's actually tagged onto. So Mila and Hannah both have assignments in this card. So I'm going to open up this card. I created a brand new lifestyle product page this morning because I got up at 3. And here's the new website. Here's my affiliate link. I created the website, but now I want Mila to please review the favicon, that all the links go to the right place, that all the style issues, the fonts, colors, etc. are good. And then check and tag me when she's done. So that's probably what she's working on even right now. Hannah should also please check the website text, add an email with the affiliate link. So I give them both things to do, and then they check the box when they're done. And when the whole card is done, then we will just move the whole card over. You know, they'll both tag me. When I agree that it's done, I'll move it over to this done section as well. Now, every day we move our little colors over to done. So Hannah has already finished a whole bunch of things today as well. And if we scroll down, Mila has already finished several things today as well. And then you get down to these that don't have colored tabs on it. These are the cards that never had a yellow label on them, a yellow or purple or green label. The yellow, purple, and green labels that end up in this done list or anywhere else fly back in the middle of the night to our task lists. So every morning I wake up and I have all of these things back in place, because these are the things I need to repeatedly do. These are the things Mila needs to do, Hannah needs to do on a daily basis. And yet we can add cards, like here's one that I asked Hannah to keep an eye out for information about this. So she just keeps it in here, then she remembers to check for it.
How do you do the automation piece?
The automation
Where's
is
that?
right here. So it's automation. There's rules. And I had to watch a couple of YouTube videos to kind of figure it out, but it's relatively intuitive. Just not opening yet. Oh wait, maybe it create rules that automatically. Maybe I didn't click hard enough, maybe. There we go.
Okay.
I didn't click hard enough. I've never had that happen in decades. So then if I go over, these are the automation, this is where you can watch the video on it. So there's a lot of information in here. I do appreciate that. And then if I go to my scheduled automations, these are the actual rules that I have set up. So it says every day, move each card with the yellow label back to list Mila's tasks. Every day, move each card with the purple to Hannah, green to LeAnn. And then I have another couple set every day, sort the list, LeAnn's, by due date and sort by custom field priority. And then I did the same for them. So what that means is that in the morning when I wake up, my highest priority things are at the top, or a due date is at the top. Going on down the list to things that are lower priority or don't have any priority added to them. You can also create templates. So up here, I'm circling where it says templates above here, upper left-hand corner, sort of. And so I've created templates for various things that I can use if I'm going to use them over and over again. So for instance, show host process template. So I'll show you. So anyway, I'm really refining how I'm using this, and I'm finding that because there's an app as well, when I come up with something new that I need to do or something else that I want to remember to do, it's pretty easy on the phone, on the fly, to add it into one of my lists. Really, I have 3 lists. Urgent tasks that I'm like really trying to get focused on, important tasks, which I should probably be more focused on. And then of course the daily tasks, and you know, this is life, just balancing these 3 things, right? Figuring out what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? Scheduled meetings, because we're in one of my scheduled meetings, technically, when I'm doing things, I want to move it over to in progress, because you know what? I want them to see that I'm busy too. I think, you know, when you're working on a team, isn't it nice to know that everybody's working? And I think VAs, let's just be real, they're people that are working hard and they want to see that what they're doing is mattering. And I think that by my moving cards through here, it makes a difference. One of my VAs is adding appointments into a list here. We're revamping this literally today. So where I can see my next appointment, you know, I have somebody, okay, so Christy is scheduled with me for 15 minutes on Wednesday. And if I click into that, she actually puts in all the information she can find, who introduced us, their mobile number, the email address, all this sort of stuff. Now I'm going to have her blur that out, but you know, the card is complete here. So I can also just jump in here and see, you know, what appointments I have today. This one should technically be on the top. Again, we're just revamping this today. We put them in date order usually. I think she's moving people over from another list right now. So I have my Lead with LeAnn task board. It's a separate project management. And this is a more typical project management type board, where literally you start at the left with applications, go to graphics, go to the welcome email, and one card just keeps getting moved down the list until it ends up at the far right in old. And so every step of the process of my podcast is detailed in here, often with video, not, let's see if I don't see it here. Sometimes I even have video, I guess in my video task board, which is another project management thing. Again, step by step. So I have to record a video, then I have to put it into Vimeo. Then Mila does the SEO and thumbnail. Then Hannah does the video description. And we just keep moving it down the list. So I don't have any automations in here because the point is to not have anything in the middle and to get it all the way down to the done file or done again. Maybe I can delete that list. And then I have a watched team videos over here as well for, it's just where we kind of stash stuff that we might need to get back to. So this is how I'm using Trello for management with my team, with my VAs. And I found it to be pretty effective. Any questions on this system? I did a great job.
Yes, you did.
So yeah, the refinements have really been, making sure to add in some checklists, adding in video that describes, let's see, I'm trying to find an example. I guess I can't find it, but sometimes I do I'll put videos right into the card so that people can know what they need to do or be reminded of, what the expectation is. So it's also becoming my standard operating procedure manual, essentially, because as we're doing everything consistently, we're creating those operating procedures for the whole company. What else do we do to help support and work with virtual assistants? Steve, you have some, don't you?
Yeah, I've got one I use. And I I touch base with her 3 days a week. We just physically go over. I don't have the depth of projects that you have. I mean, mine's basically is client service, so it's basically going over about, 10 active clients and where we are with them and what's been done. And then when she's finished projects, she just sends me a text, lets me know. And then I just mark it off on my version, Trello.
Do you track time, Steve? Do you track time or do you just pay a flat fee?
I just flat fees.
And that's for X number of hours
Yep.
a month?
I buy a block of hours.
Block of hours. Then that's what you do too, is right, LeAnn?
Which the busiest I've ever been, I've only used 80% of that.
But you still pay the block
I
time.
still pay a block because I want to have access. I just want to know it's there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep. I do the same thing. Cool. Yeah, I think communication.
So how does
is
that
key.
exactly, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Diana.
Yeah, how does that exactly work? Because I had someone ask me or mention today that she was looking at getting a VA. And I think it's going to be in the near future, but how does it exactly work as far as the block time versus, you said block time or block out time?
Yeah, so usually, and actually I do need to create a page for this because I do, thanks to Steve, Steve had a recommendation of a service that he works through. I work through the same person now too. So Steve should have a link, does have a link on his webpage. I'll put up a link on my page as well. That when you talk with him, his name is Mark, and he'll get a sense of what your business is, what you need to do, what skills you need your VA to have. The reason I have two is they have very different skills. Now they can learn each other's skills maybe, But it's for me, I like to know if I have this project, I put it to Mila. If I have this project, I put it to Hannah. And but he does want you to make a commitment of how many hours per day, 5 days a week, that you will do this. And there usually is a 2-hour minimum. So in this situation, you're not really having the choice of saying, hey, I'm going to pay them per piece. If you want to do something like that, you might have to go more through like why am I forgetting the name of it?
Go Fiverr.
Go to Fiverr. Yeah, where you can
Okay.
say, look, I have one project, I need a logo created, do that. I do, I'll kind of do that if,
I do have per project VAs because I have a one that's working on my video stuff because Fiverr was great, but it was kind of a pain in the butt. I wanted an actual person. And so I did a dollar budget on that one. Like, here's my budget for it. Here's, how many hours are you projecting? And then they kind of bid on it and gave me a ballpark, but then there's a little bit of fluff money in there. So he doesn't have to come back to me.
okay. Yeah, when I found somebody, this is back when we had our manufacturing business, I used Fiverr to find a graphic artist. We hit it off. I liked his work, he liked us. And so we did just take it offline. There's no reason, I don't think there's any reason you have to stay on Fiverr. If you like them, if you get along with them, they have a business, you have a business. Fiverr was the connection, and they do get paid for the initial work that you do, but you can take that offline and pay
Okay.
per piece or per hour, however you want to do that.
Okay. Okay.
Steve?
Oh, I
Thank
should
you.
stop waving goodbye to Steven because he's leaving.
Oh, bye, Steven.
Bye, Steve. Congratulations. Again,
Yeah, way to go.
both of you.
Okay, yeah, we are at the, oh wow, this hour went fast. So we are at the top of the hour. So I'll let everybody go here, I think. Any final moments before we do?
Oh, great session today.
Okay,
Really
yeah,
good.
excellent, great.
It's just so good.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to stop the recording if anybody wants to hang on for the meeting after the meeting, which is always super good. And it's only available to those that are here. This is the Joy Minder Leaders League. We meet at 9 a.m. Central Time almost every Monday. Occasionally we'll take a holiday. That would be Memorial and Labor Day. And my birthday. We're taking my birthday off this year, I think. So, but yeah, come on back. We have our Joy Minder Leaders League Telegram group. We have our page, our website where we put the recordings up. Also, now we are putting these videos on YouTube. So if you want to, you can go search for it on YouTube, and you can bring your people. If your people are looking at creating a marketplace type of a business, which is what we're all doing, and they're using Now Site, they could be a really great fit to join us and contribute their ideas to this phenomenal group. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate you more than you can know.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.